All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into this. I am Bobby Black, I guess. I'm gonna be taking a look at the Black Widow trailer. So a lot of you probably already seen it. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on it. Prepare for all of us MCU marks to mark out, of course. So let's start off with this very nice looking scenery here that seems very serene, probably from Mother Russia.
I tell people my sister moved out west. You're a science teacher.
So this is
Your
where
husband
Yelena Belova
demonized
is talking about her sister, Black Widow, what she's doing, her cover story, her life, I guess. I mean, I guess these are going to obviously take place multiple points throughout the movie. They're just kind of giving us a look into what, kind of what Yelena Belova's thoughts and are on Black Widow or Natasha and what she's been doing.
You're thinking about moving, but you're gonna wait until the interest rates go down.
That's not my story.
And that kind of goes back to the whole thing about, they lie for a living. Like I mean, she's making up this story about, what Natasha or Black Widow is doing, and it's kind of like what she wishes she was doing, like what her sister was doing, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, this is just kind of the double lives they lead, and they just can't stop making like double lives and double stories and stuff like that. So this is obviously them after they get done fighting and making up and talking a little bit through some things, and probably just those good old fashioned low key, low key, get it, low key Marvel moments of character building.
Before I was an Avenger, I made mistakes.
So obviously this is going to be in reference to what happened in Budapest and in the children's hospital, and we're probably going to get all of that red on the ledger out in the open because she's dead now, so why does it matter? Let's see all of the dirty laundry sitting out. I mean, this is her last go in the MCU pretty much, so I've got some more thoughts on that later, but it is what it is.
And a lot of enemies.
And there's our boy Taskmaster. So a lot of people are excited about Taskmaster being in this movie. I am too. I like Taskmaster. I kind of wish that Taskmaster was more of a Deadpool villain because he always seemed more interesting as a Deadpool villain. But yeah, he just he's just kind of got this ominous feel to him, and as you can see, he's got all of the copied abilities. Obviously, I mean, it's either Captain America's ability to throw shields or Captain Russia. What is he again? I don't remember. Red Soldier, whatever his name is. I don't remember. Russian Captain America in this movie, or a combination of both. Maybe he can cohabitate, cross train abilities. I don't know. I mean, augment them together. Um, we'll see what happens with that, but I'm expecting some interesting fight scenes in this movie.
His call sign.
There's obviously Taskmaster watching and getting all the abilities copied from Black Widow.
Conscious with no choices.
So this is obviously going back to Captain America Civil War a little bit, where, I mean, not this direct reference, but this is kind of where we see a little bit of the Captain America Civil War, where that she's going back to the Red Room, and there's all of these the assassins that have been bred there. Taskmaster, sorry, Taskmaster's in charge of the Red Room now, and he's he's breeding these assassins, and so I mean, this is an interesting point where we know Natasha's outcome, we know what's going to happen to her, we know her future, and she's just kind of trying to go back and make things right. They have to stop Taskmaster. I mean, I don't want to say the premise is weak, but it kind of is in my opinion. And I don't want to take anything away from a Black Widow movie. And again, I'll get into more of that later. I've got some final thoughts on this.
I should have come back for you.
How many others are there? Enough.
Oh, so I forgot to mention about the Civil War thing. It's kind of along the same beats of the whole Bucky thing, where, oh, you thought the Winter Soldier was the only assassin, but hey, look, there's like four more super soldiers that are, that are four more super soldiers that we got to fight, and when we get to Siberia, and I mean, obviously that wasn't the case, but I mean, it's still kind of on the same premise. I don't know if this is the route that they're gonna go with this movie, where it's just like Natasha and like the whole Black Widow team. I guess we could call it the Widow team, facing off against multiple enemies or multiple like different assassins that are like just bred to kill. They take orders, and I mean, just it's kind of like the whole Civil War thing with. With Zemo, well, not Zemo, well, kind of with Zemo's plan and what was going on with Bucky. So, I don't know. We'll kind of see what happens with that. So this is obviously after their fight when they kind of make up.
We have to go back to where it all started, so they never do that to anyone again.
This is a part of the redemption arc of Black Widow where she was trying to make up for all the wrongs that she's done and all the things that she should have done that she never did. Here's a good look at Yelena Belova as in the Black Widow outfit that Black Widow is also in certain shots of this movie. They obviously break out. Is it Red Guardian? I think it's Red Guardian. They break out Red Guardian for prison, or he breaks out of prison. I'm assuming they break him out of prison. And they kind of get their team back together.
We fight with you.
There's the Marvel hand-holding moment.
You won't win.
Taskmaster looking. Oh, and then Red Guardian. I think it is Red Guardian fighting. And I'd go back if I could, but I don't know how to do that yet with this program. There was one point where Taskmaster did the thing with his hands and then the claws came out. So I'm assuming that Taskmaster has watched footage of Black Panther and is replicating that, which is super awesome. But this is the crap I wanted to see with Taskmaster. Not only mimicking not only mimicking Black Widow, but also mimicking Hawkeye, which we will see in this movie. Also, he mimics like other superheroes, like Black Panther, like other superhumans. With their not abilities, but their their like techniques and stuff like that. So that's going to be very interesting to watch.
Shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks.
There's that Marvel humor for us. Oh yes, we're very funny, aren't we? And then Hawkeye. And there's where they fight all of the assassins. Black Widow faces off against Taskmaster. Theodore Thaddeus Ross. Pretty cool action set piece here.
I made my choice.
I'm assuming this is toward the end of the movie, where everything is all going to heck, and so here we go, the big sky chase, and very reminiscent, in my opinion, very reminiscent of Captain America: The Winter Soldier, when at the end of the trailer for the Winter Soldier, all we saw were like helicarriers blowing the crap out of one another. And just kind of coming crashing and everything like that, and they were just exploding everywhere. So yeah, I mean, let's keep moving on. Oh, and there it is, the title sequence.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
You're going to get a back punch.
Listen to your mother.
Oh my god, this... All right, enough. All of you.
You didn't say anything. That's not fair.
And we have the comedy again. Alright, so I'm going to get into this really fast because this video is already running longer than I thought it should, but whatever. So, here's my only gripe with this movie. This movie should have happened 4 years ago. And everyone says, oh, there was no room. Yes, of course there was room. In May, Civil War came out. And then in November, Doctor Strange came out. They could have had this come out in August or July. There was room on their docket for this movie. I'm a little annoyed that Marvel did not bring this movie out until after the fact. Some people say it's a strategy on Marvel Studios Part 2. Basically say that, oh, well, there's a Black Widow movie coming out, so Black Widow has to survive Endgame. Oh, swerve, she's dead. I don't believe that. I think that they just did not put their eggs in this basket. They wanted to wait for Captain Marvel, which was coming after Infinity War and just before Endgame, and they didn't have room in their docket at that point. I feel like this movie should have came out right after Civil War, a couple months after Civil War, and it should have picked up in real time when we did not know if Black Widow was going to make it to Endgame or not. I love Marvel. I think they make a lot of right decisions. 95%, in my opinion, 95% of their decisions are good ones. I have no doubt that this movie is going to be cool and good and flashy. And you know what? Taskmaster is going to be awesome. I mean, I'm already kissing their rear ends now. Um, but I still believe that this movie should have come out before Captain Marvel. I believe that this should have came out in the summer of 2016. And I don't know. I feel like that this is a big missed opportunity by Marvel. They're kind of making up for it now, but honestly, I don't think this is a good kickoff to to the next phase of Marvel. I really feel like they should have gone with something, anything. I think they should have kicked off this new phase with, you know, honestly, with the Spider-Man movie. I mean, I know it's supposed to be an epilogue of Phase 3, but I feel like Phase 4 should have been started by Spider-Man Far From Home. Black Widow should have taken place years ago, but they should have just committed and done it. And that's really all I have to say about that. I think this movie's going to be good. It looks like it's good. It's got Marvel money behind it. It's got Marvel writers behind it. You can say that I'm a Marvel mark because it's true, as you can see. But I guess that's it. That's my thoughts on the movie. Please give me your thoughts down. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. The channel's taken a bit of a left turn here recently. The Saturday podcasts are probably not going to happen much anymore. If anyone wants to do a Saturday podcast, I've kind of taken over the channel at this point for Zamario. Who knows what's going on. But, and I got a new webcam. Hey, look, I got a new webcam for those of you who have been watching and, think that, have seen my crappy webcam before. This is my brand new webcam, so now you can see me in all my HD ugly glory. But anyway, so that's it. Let me know what you think about Marvel Studios' Black Widow. Do you think I'm totally wrong? Do you think it's going to suck? Do you think it's going to be awesome? Just let me know. We can have an honest discussion. Also check out our Nerd Nation Facebook where we share memes and have discussions and everything like that. And just let me know what other types of videos you want to see. I'm open to anything and kind of right now in this transitional period, but I figured I'd do this video because I'm a Marvel mark. Be good to yourselves and each other.